Hi, my name is Victor. I'm a graduate school admissions counselor. I've been doing this for about 10 years now. And today we're going to be talking about the graduate school English interview. We'll be covering several topics throughout this series, including questions that you'll be asked, what to do to prepare for the big day, how to interact with the professor, and how to fully express your confidence or to boost your confidence so that you can be better equipped to talk about your strengths and to show how you're extraordinary compared to your peers who are also testing for the same university. Sometimes students are under the impression that the professors and interviewers are trying to make things difficult for the student and asking very difficult questions that they can't answer. And oftentimes that is not the case because we don't want to make things hard on the students themselves, but actually the difficulty is just a reflection of our curiosity, the students' English mastery, and on their ability to handle difficult topics. In these scenarios, if you really cannot answer, it's okay to tell us so, and perhaps to guide the conversation into a different direction that may be more in your favor. So a good example may be on the idea of artificial intelligence, because it is a trending topic. Sometimes professors will ask, what are your impressions of the trends of artificial intelligence in our country or in your field? And if it's not something that you can really handle during an English interview, you can tell the professor that you are very interested or keen on learning about AI, but your current capacity of English restricts you from being able to have a full discussion about it. But rather, another one of your interests, perhaps blockchain technologies, or of sustainability, or of any other current issue, if there is something that you do have the English ability to discuss with us, then naturally we would be very interested in hearing it. So an answer perhaps would be, sorry, professor, my English ability is not sufficient to allow myself to engage in conversation with you about artificial intelligence, but perhaps we can discuss another topic that I am very much more familiar with, and that is blockchain technology, or et cetera, et cetera. An essential tip that I offer to many of my students that greatly benefits their interview preparation and performance is to constantly be conscious of the nature of the interview, being that it is a graduate school English interview. And so each one of your sentences should be framed under the context of your graduate study. And so, for example, if we take the question of strengths and weaknesses, if I ask you, what do you think is your greatest personal strength? You might tell me that it is your research ability. And so when you frame your question, your answer, it would be along the lines of, through my undergraduate study, I've come to know that I have a very strong research ability, and that has helped me with my undergraduate thesis. And in the future, when I do attend, hopefully, this graduate school, I hope to continue utilizing this research ability and honing my research ability in order to more effectively conduct my master's research and thesis. And that would be a better answer than to just say I have a very good research ability, because it shows that this is something that you believe will help you in your graduate study, and that you also hope to continue improving upon it, and that you hope to do so in this graduate school. And so that's how I would package my answers, by always reminding myself that I want to continue improving my skills and abilities and mindsets in this new graduate school setting. And I want them to know that I really want to be a part of this institution. And so all of my answers will be within the context of the graduate school. Many of my students often tell me that they are very afraid of the English interview because they lack the speaking skills, because they are introverts, because they are nervous, and because they have anxiety issues, and because they lack confidence. But the English interview, and just like any other interview, you just need to, as we say, fake it till you make it. You need to put your best foot forward. You need to try very hard to be very confident and to be respectful and to try to put out your best appearance and to not be afraid and just not be anxious in that scenario. You need to make them feel like you are a bright student with a lot of potential, and that you won't be nervous, and that you won't fidget, and that you can confidently display your strongest characteristics, and that you can be very social, and that you have the motivation and drive to succeed and to be a very good potential candidate for their graduate school. And so despite all of your fears, you need to learn how to speak loudly, clearly, enunciate, and pronounce all your words very clearly, just to show that you're a very confident person, even if you have to fake it just a little bit. The English interview, just like any other interview, you just need to show them a side to you that even you didn't know you had. And so this is something that you need to practice. Looking back at candidates from previous years, when I think of the idea of exceptionalism when it comes to the English interview, I think of students who are very confident, self-aware, understanding their skills and capacities very well, understanding the school that they want to attend and the experiences that they want to have. They also are very aware of their industry, of their field, of current events, and demonstrate a willingness to discuss these topics that they're very interested in. They are respectful, and they understand the formality of the situation, and they also demonstrate the ability to speak coherently and to have basic critical thinking skills, the ability to speak about their previous challenges and obstacles and how they overcame them. And they also show distinction by separating themselves from their peers, by demonstrating that they have clear goals in mind and that they're not fixated by the past. That's all I have to share with you today. I hope it helped you out quite a bit, and I hope to see you again in our next episode.